Oh, back to the enemy manager. So when an enemy is destroyed, probably good to let the enemy manager know that it was destroyed, right? Like void enemy right? So so the enemy is going to know when it gets destroyed. So maybe we should move this damage receiver out of this code base, out of this script here, because I think this is becoming more of a enemy thing and less of a ship thing. That makes sense. Though ship data does have health. That's a good point. Well, the other thing we could do is the enemy, so you can just know about the ship. Right? Public ship. Enemy. I guess it's called ship. So if the enemy knows about the ship, we can know when it gets destroyed. So I'm not going to call, instead of calling update every frame and checking to see if it's destroyed, let's do something better. Let's make it a little event. So on the ship here, public action, we got to use using system. You can do quick actions using system, yeah. Enemy. I'm sorry. Not enemy. Ship. Destroyed. So here, if health gets to 0, we can do. Okay, so I'll make this less. I'll do it. If we have some things that's registered to it, we're gonna call ship destroyed, right? Another way you can do this is ship destroyed $.invoke, which is like a one line way of doing it. It does essentially the null check, which I'm going to use because it's just a little cleaner, I think. So the enemy private void on enable, private void on disable. Oh no. Actually, probably awaken on destroy is better. So we don't want to keep registering for this listener. We're going to just listen for this event. So dot ship destroyed plus equal. Let's do private void on ship destroyed, right? Let's do it like this. So what's going to happen is now the ship is going to tell the enemy when it was destroyed, so the enemy will know. Oops. So the enemy will know. I think I should do it after the particle effects. You might want to remove the particle effects altogether here and create another component, another thing that listens to this other event. But for now, this is fine. On ship destroyed. So we're going to need to know. We're going to need to tell the enemy manager, hey, our ships were destroyed. Yeah. Add remove us from this guy, which we can do here. Dot remove enemy. So how are we going to get a copy of this? So we don't want to, like, one way we could do it is we could assign the enemy manager whenever we spawn it, right? Which would be fine. Another way we can do it is we can make this a static thing. Have the enemy manager be a static class or a singleton class, which might be okay. Yeah, let's make it a singleton. It probably doesn't need to be a mono behavior anymore. We make it a singleton. So let's enemy manager like static enemy manager equals new. Oh, gotta call it instance. New enemy manager. Okay. And now spawn enemy should probably actually take in the enemy because get rid of this. It doesn't need to be a mono behavior anymore. The wave manager doesn't need an instance of it because it can just do dot instance. And then we're gonna move the enemy over here for now. Enemy. Just like that. So now we can access this anywhere, and now we can do enemy manager dot instance dot enemy destroyed, and we can pass in this. So like maybe we want to use this for like score or something, or yeah, how about that? How about I just make a static an int, and I'll just log it out to the console for now. Score equals 0. And I'm going to do debug.log score. I'm going to plus it, actually increase it by 1 and then log it out. Oops. And so that should give us something. So we're going to have to update the, call this wave manager now. Enemy managers. So it does have the enemies here. It's really like, to be our wave manager or whatever. Yeah, let's save this. See how this works out. Got a lot of stuff here this time, so. Oh, something's not set to an instance of an object. What? Let's do this again. Let's look at something here. Last enemy. So a Life Force style game? What do you mean a Life Force style game? One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Enemy awake. Oh, I know it's. Oh, I see what's happening. The enemy ship doesn't know about the actual ship, so let's do this. The enemy doesn't know about its ship. Oh, I don't know if I've ever I don't know if I've ever played Life Force. So we killed one. We killed two. We killed three. Kill. Stop it. Kill four. Kill five. Six. So it's counting up our kills. This is a new one to me. Class adjunct extension of native class. Interesting. So what's the design plan of the game? Or are you just doing it on the fly? So I'm mostly I have some general notes, but it's kind of on the fly. I am just trying to make a simple prototype. I want to get to a point where this is like a simple space game, and then from there I'll either turn it into something more or start a new project or a new prototype. But you know, something with a complete game loop where you can. I was thinking you fight off waves, and then after so many waves, you maybe go to like a boss or something. But we got to make the enemies a lot smarter. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff that still needs to happen. Oh, this is why it's calling that. That's why it was giving me this error here. But let's see. So we got something. We got something going. What do we want to do next? So these guys are managed. Let's so on awake, on destroy. Like we might remove some of the stuff around. Yeah. One thing I want to do is create a small effect when they're hit, because that's one thing. I think that's how we'll end it, is we'll create an effect for when they get hit, because that is one thing where it looks kind of crappy. So let's create another effect. Create another simple effect. And then a mission type, we want it to be a circle. I'll check that YouTube video out in a minute after we finish this effect. After well, yeah, once we call it, I'll be sure to check that out. So it needs to be something small, like a little burst, another little bursty thing. You don't need that. Yeah, not 30, like more like 5 or 5. Maybe like some yellowy sparks type thing. Definitely a smaller size. 0.1. Maybe decrease the radius a bunch. Life Force is the main game I think of with side-scrolling shooter. Let's take these start lifetimes. Yeah, I'll check it out after this. Start lifetime 0.2. That's 0.3 maybe. And just add some like. Let's do. Last time we did size over lifetime. Let's do color over lifetime. So here, let's essentially just alpha it out. .5. Hard to tell what's gonna look like. Let's call this a hit effect. Hit effect. And we're gonna have to do the same thing. It's a 0.5 durations where we add that script that disables it. Return to pool after time. Say 0.6 just to give an extra second or 1/10 of a second. So whenever the ships are hit, we want to be able to. First off, let's apply that. Whenever the effects are, I'm gonna apply like a little hit. Yeah, I have. I'm using this thing called Pretzel, which plays some like stream-friendly music. You don't hear it? Oh, that stinks. It should be coming through. Oh. Oh, maybe I have to add something to make that go through. That's lame. Well, I can try to debug that in a second. It's probably... that's weird that you don't hear it. I thought you would. Don't see a thing. I don't see a thing. Oh. If you want to... Once this is over, we can look at it, because that should happen. It's called hit effect. So if we have some health, then we just want to call this hit effect and not here. So we want to call, we just want to instantiate this little hit effect. This is going to look a little funny. Well, I don't know, you might not be able to tell now that I think about it. But lost services chat connection, that's no good. Let's look at it here. So we added the hit effect, so let's add it to here. And the enemy needs it too. So let's hit effect. You may not be able to notice this, but yes, you might be able to see it. See what I'm... So it happens. You see it happen? Oh, it doesn't look that bad. They need to be brighter, I think, and bigger. Let's update that first. Oh, nope. 0.3. Let's try that out so we can see it better. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, the text is too small? Yeah, okay, we can see it now. It's not quite accurate because you're not actually instantiating it at the right point. But yeah, so we're just kind of instantiating in the middle, which looks fine. Let me... Make the chat box a little bigger. Did that. I just made the chat box a little bigger, so maybe that'll help. One thing we can do is update this do damage call to take in more than just you know, more than just the damage. Let's create another script called damage. Yeah, this won't be a mono behavior. This is just going to be all the data. Oh, talking about the Unity editor code. Oh, I see. Oh, so you mean, oh, that's a good point. Is that better? See, okay. So here, public int damage, public. So maybe we want to do this instead. So let's look at this guy, and a damage receiver should not take damage now. It will take this damage data. So now we have something that we can extend off of. We can make it bigger. If we want to, we can also make it a struct for now, because it's going to be just a simple structure. So we're going to have to do this damage data. So we could also put a rotation in, but I don't think that's necessary. So when he dies, you would want to spawn the effect from the center, but if he gets hit, you want to spawn it from where it was hit, right? So we have to also fix the asteroid. Oops. Damage data. Yeah, okay, so we're not doing the hit effects here yet, so yeah, that's something we could change. Eventually we might want to have like who's doing the damage in here, but right now this is good. Oh, there's a compile error. Probably missed something. Oh yeah, here. So we need to create. This is the important part, actually. So we're gonna have to create a new damage data, and we're gonna have to call damage data dot damage equals 1 for now, and then we also want to say, hey, damage data dot position equals collision dot contact sub 0 dot position point. So that's where it's hit. And you can actually, I think, simplify this if you change it how it's not that do it like this. It's people like that. Maybe you look a little cleaner. But yeah, so this should tell us where it's hit, and now it should spawn there. I'm bummed my music's not working. So it's hard. It's a little, you can see it maybe a little bit, but now like the effect's spawning off of where he's getting hit at and not in the center of him. But that's I think that's gonna do it for now. I think next week I will be doing probably improving their AI. That's something we should probably do. Maybe doing like a real wave system. Yeah, let's think about that stuff. Maybe start thinking about adding like UI, HUDs, that kind of stuff. Improving this stuff. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there. Yeah, so I've been, I'm NnelGdaBandit, and this has been my second game dev stream. Yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, hit the like button, and if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I'm also happy to answer any questions or comments below. Thanks so much for watching.